Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and this is actually gonna be the last video that we will be releasing in 2020. We had the most awesome year when it comes to trading. I can hardly imagine that the next year is gonna be better, but if it's going to be better, it would be absolutely insane, obviously. This 2020 gave us so many opportunities, it gave us so many good trades, and obviously the strike rate is high, far from 100%, right? The obvious video strike rate is probably between 50 to 60%, but the profit takes, the initial profit takes, we always took more than 1 hour, or should I say above the certain percentage, and most of them, if you've taken it and if you follow that, most of you should end up profitable, right? It depends on how many videos the trades you took. Obviously not all of them, right? Because there were too many to take to begin with, but most of them played out and it was actually a pretty awesome year, and I can hardly imagine that the next one is gonna be better. But yes, in all due respect, I do hope it's gonna be, right? I mean, right now I know the statistics are a little bit out of proportion, right? The realistic statistics, but still, I mean, we do wish for a better year, even though we already had a great one, right? In terms of trading, when it comes to real life, the year was not good at all, right? We could hardly go to grocery stores or anything else, so it wasn't really that great. So I wanted to end the great year, a great year, a 2020 year, with a Bitcoin Cash, right? Because Bitcoin Cash, I did it a couple of times on stream, but not much on videos. So I want to end up, it is one of the last main coins that I haven't covered yet, next to TRX, which is going to be released after New Year. So yes, let's just jump into Bitcoin Cash and kind of see what's going on. And you know, the part of the reason why I'm doing this trade, because this trade is most likely going to be filled in the next couple of days, right? And if you already watched the stream, well, it was kind of filled already. So yeah, if you look at it, the area for this trade is going to be located right here, and we are now on daily chart. As you can see, we are now on daily chart. The area for the trade is going to be right here, located right here, and we're going to be using a stop loss, right? In this case, we're going to be using a stop loss, which hopefully is not going to be too fat. Let me just see how much it's going to be around here, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be around 9%. Yes, it's going to be around 9%. So pretty decent stop loss when you look at it, and pretty decent structure overall, especially if you're looking at it on Binance, right? So if we analyze it a little bit, we can see that to the left side, we had this, right? And we kind of gained both of them with this structure being now retested for the third time. And this is actually one of the only dangerous things that I'm seeing here, because if you look at the structure, right, overall, the structure overall is pointing up. You've gained something to the left side. You've gained this as well. It's worth mentioning, right? But you did reject the top 3 times, right? So right now, what you would have to be seeing right now is a test into this area, but it shouldn't go any deeper than this last week right here. The test of this area, it shouldn't go any deeper. And yes, the question is, why are we using the stop loss underneath this if it shouldn't go any deeper? Well, the perfect question is, well, you know the price likes to overreact, especially on Binance when you have this lower liquidity coins. You know, you can get wicked out and you're going to be left without nothing, right? So that's why we're using a little bit extra on our stop loss to kind of prevent doing that, something like that, right? So as you can see, and most likely this current structure we are looking for to get filled, and it shouldn't go any lower than this candle, this green candle right here, if we wish to continue higher. And that's actually the specialty part, right? If something like this happens, we then get to have a pretty nice profit take, right? We're going to be taking the profit take at the next area that's going to be based off, which actually right now rejected it only 3 times. Well, in best case scenario, you could say that we could skip the first profit take and go for the maximum value on the Bitcoin, on the Binance chart, right? But in this case, I wouldn't go for it still, because I want some safety, right? We are currently in some of the alt trades, so we don't want to overextend ourselves into too many of them. So it will be very wise at the end of the day to just take a profit take at the first one, to take kind of safety and to take kind of some risk off of it, right? So we can see here it is about 18%, or again 1.9R, which is a pretty great first profit take, especially if you take it towards to the middle, because this time around we could definitely afford it to take over towards to the middle, right? We don't have to take the very bottom of the box, and it is, as you can see, 21 or 2.2R. It's also worth mentioning that the current stance when I'm recording these videos, the Bitcoin is about 28K. So it is some chances, if Bitcoin starts breaking that 30K barrier, it is some chances that the trade, some of this will get wrecked. But you know, when you have a structure like this, I'm definitely gonna play it because it is a good structure to begin with, right? So I would definitely not want to miss a trade like this, because essentially it is one of the trades, most likely I should say, this is kind of the structure we have taken through all entire year, and it always worked great for us, right? It worked out, and in many cases it worked great for us. So the second profit take, in this case on the Binance chart, is going to be the last one, right? It's going to be the last one, and you can see it's about 40% or 4.2R on the entire chart, right? So yes, you will most likely not outrun the BTC at the moment looking at this, right? You're most likely not outrun it. So yeah, if it goes up there, then yes, obviously the Bitcoin dominance had to be falling off a little bit, but I'm not gonna claim that you're gonna outrun the BTC with this trade. I'm definitely not, because it is moving a little bit slower than most of the others I've looked at, right? But definitely, if we then again analyze a little bit of this volume, you can see that volume has been increasing a lot. So that's also a good sign as well. Well, I would wish to show also the Bitcoincash BTC version. Let's just say Coinbase, right? But you can see the issue is here on BTC, Bitcoincash BTC version, right? The BTC pairing, you can see that there's absolutely nothing to trade at. And even if you check the Bittrex charts, which are like the oldest charts, we are all the all-time low when it comes to it, right? So we have nothing to really do at this one, right? The only thing we can possibly do is to go back and on a lower time frame and start observing some of these early reversal patterns, right? So the early reversal patterns on how they work, right? You're looking for something like this to happen. The only issue is when something like this to happen, you want to gain something to the left side, right? So in this case, if we said, okay, no, this is looking like an early reversal pattern, I'm gonna be taking a trade down here. You're gonna be struck with one issue, right? So yes, first of all, the trade could be worked out, right? So I'm gonna make an area actually instead of the line, because the lines can easily get missed. Yep. So there's two options, right? You could easily put it down here and put the stop loss underneath, and you will get a decent stop loss of 5%. And then you would have to aim for this profit take to be again up here, which is again not a bad one, 11% or 2.2R. But problem is, because you haven't gained nothing to the left side, right? You can just come in here and you can probably get wrecked, right? So there's still a possibility of getting wrecked. So this possibility on Bitcoincash BTC charting is a lot higher possibility of getting wrecked. But if I was to take the trade, that would be my trade right now. And if something like this happens, let's just say for theory, if something like this happens and then closes back in again, then that trade would then be a lot safer, because you actually, this time around, you actually gain something to the left side. And then again, we're going to be taking exactly the same trade as it is right here. And then first profit take, and of course the second profit take would then be located at the top of this one. For this one would then reach all the way to 27% or 5.5R. And that would be, we would then have to capitalize and start looking for additional additional trades when that something like this happens. So I kind of see these two plays. Obviously the second play is a pure speculation, right? Because you don't know if that's gonna happen. It can go even lower and lower, right? But for the sake of having something on BTC chart, I still think USDT chart or USD chart is a lot safer when it comes to Bitcoin Cash, right? That was definitely halted by doing a video before because of this exact reason. But looking at something like this is your kind of best bet that you can probably take, right? So you either take it right now and you hope that the first profit take is going to hit, and maybe the second one that it's actually going to turn out bullish, or you wait for it to go below and comes back again and then take the exact same trade and go. Or you can take it in both times, exactly, right? But do not risk too much. If you're willing to take it both times, then you should probably be risking 0.5% on each one, because just for for the reasoning that USD Bitcoin Cash USD chart is way more bullish than this Bitcoin chart actually is. And this is due to the part that Bitcoin is still hanging above that 72% or 70% Bitcoin dominance. And so far, if you look at it, the Bitcoin dominance, right, the BTC dominance still haven't lost the main area. As you can see, as we did something going down, still haven't lost this box to the left side. So yes, Bitcoin dominance can still continue its path. It's not sure that it's done yet, right? But yeah, I mean, hopefully it is, because alts do need some break. I mean, alts have definitely haven't had a break for a while right now. But yeah, I do hope it happens. But that's why I'm saying, like, so far we can't say that just yet because it hasn't really broken that, and it's still unsafe to assume so, right? So yes guys, thank you for following us in the year 2020. Hopefully you guys make some money with us, right? And hopefully we get to make some money again in the next year as well. Please also show us some love, subscribe to our YouTube channel, tell us what you think in the comments down below. We do take suggestions all the time. Also join us at 34C community chat where we discuss stuff like this, trades, stop losses, you know, Bitcoin analysis and all of that good stuff, right? And thank you for watching guys, and see you in the next one.